there was no way Vader could have beaten Doom. Because Doom's taken on gods, not just Thor. He's pretty much beaten the shit out of a majority of pantheons. I've seen this dude outsmart Zeus, Galactus, and he stole the power from the frickin' Silver Surfer. Not only that, he had he's beaten, God, he's beaten devils, he's beaten Mephisto, he's beaten Dormammu, he's, both tried to destroy the planet and save the planet. He's a triple threat. He can, he's a master hand-to-hand fighter, he's a master of magic and science. This is a dude who has, who's remembered as one of the greatest Marvel villains and comic book villains in history. So yeah, I was kind of bummed when I saw Vader lose, but on the other hand, I do have a love for Doctor Doom, so, and I can understand the reasons behind Doom winning, really. So, yeah, I mean, am I kind of bummed that Vader still lost? Yeah. But it's Doctor Doom. If he lost to, like, Rainbow Dash or someone else, like, a little insignificant, like, if he lost to, like, Princess Celestia, I'm sorry, but I would be, as a brony as I am, I'd be raging over Vader losing to Celestia, or, someone of that nature. But Doctor Doom, I'm kind of like, I can see it. But keep in mind, guys, I don't hate Darth Vader, one of my favorite characters ever, and, just a pop culture icon in general, but I can see and understand why he lost to Doom. So I'm not really mad about it, when it comes down to it. Anyway, and your final question is, what do you think of the theory of Ventress being the female Inquisitor in Star Wars Rebels, and do you think it could be true? Ventress is a good suspect, but I don't think it's... If it is Ventress, I won't be surprised. Actually, yeah... No, it won't be as surprising, because then we could say she went back to the dark side. It's a possibility, but I think the real person who is going to be the Inquisitor, the new female Inquisitor in Star Wars Rebels, is Barra Sophie. Remember her from the final, the fifth season, the fifth or sixth season, when she framed Ahsoka for that crime and she stole Ventress's lightsabers. And Ventress herself was kind of on she was becoming an anti-hero, so I don't think she would fall back to the Empire. So I'm going to say that, Barriss is more than likely the Inquisitor, because, really, Ventress would probably look at this and be like, yeah, I don't want to go back to serving you guys, because I got my ass kicked, and you left me for dead, so, Ventress out, baby. Again, if Ventress turns out to be the Inquisitor, I won't... I'll be kind of surprised, but evidence kind of points to Barriss more. I think it would be, Barriss... It's probably going to be Barra Sophie, but I wouldn't put it past him to be like, oh, let's just... remember all that character building we were doing with Ventress? Let's just completely whitewash it and make her a villain again! Seriously, I love Star Wars Rebels, but I would not put it past him to do something stupid like that. Because I've seen it before, I will see it again in other shows as well. So, anyway, that's my 2 cents on the whole matter. Anyway, thank you for those questions, Jason Voorhees. Moving on now to Mr. Marvel Fan 101. And your question is, we all know the Sith Lords try to act all business, but do you ever think that Vader and the Emperor just party? Nah, they're all business. They're pretty much all business. Their idea of a party is causing mass genocide, so there's your definition right there. Okay. Sorry to get some water. Alright, King Nazaru. Thank you for those questions, by the way, Mr. Marvel Fan. Moving on now to King Nazaru, who asks, I heard people speculating that Darth Tylee, who acts happy like Tylee, and is planning to, basically, this Darth Tylee thing is basically saying that to kill the Skywalker bloodline and use the knowledge of 10 great Siths. How do you think they would react? Is this an actual ongoing story? Because you've been kind of, like, Nazaru, you've been kind of like the whole Darth Tylee thing has just been like, I thought it was just something you created. Is it an ongoing story? Is it a Tumblr blog? Because that's what it sounds like. I need information, man. I can't give proper, my proper insight. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, it's the Skywalker bloodline. Even with the knowledge of 10 great Siths, yeah, sorry, Ty Lee, you're not gonna make it out here alive. That's just my personal opinion, though. Ugh. Anyway. Second question. Do you think, what do you think Darth Vader would think of Spawn, and vice versa? I think they would be very interested. I mean, they both kind of fell into darkness for kind of the same reasons. I mean, Al kind of, or what we assumed before, his entire, story got changed every 10 issues, he was doing this for Wanda. And for Vader, he kind of did this all for Padme. Although if you kind of look at, you look back at the original trilogy, it almost sounds like more Anakin was more like he was an ultra badass Jedi, and he was like, hey, I'm an ultra badass Jedi. I don't need this Jedi shit. I'm gonna go to the dark side. Do Vader. What? Anyway. So I think they would, they'd probably still try to kill each other, but I think they could see, resemblance between them. Anyway. Third question. Assuming you played the Old Republic, do you agree that Darth Thanaton became a lame villain because he only wanted to kill the Sith Inquisitor player because the tradition demanded it, since the Inquisitor's master, Darth Zash, didn't respect tradition, and Darth Zash should have been the Inquisitor's final villain, and her scheme to make the Inquisitor very powerful then, for lack of a better word, Orochimaru the Inquisitor. He didn't come off that bad. It was sometimes you kind of need simple plots, and that one, it was cool in a sense. I mean, I see where you're coming from, but it didn't bother me. Darth Thanaton didn't really bother me as other stories did. And I've read Stranger, but hey, it's Sith. They try to kill each other on a daily basis. They literally try to kill each other on every day that ends in Y. Anyway, so, but getting back to the Darth Ty Lee thing real quick, Darth Ty Lee versus this entire Skywalker bloodline doesn't bode well. That's just my personal opinion. Anyway. So thank you for those questions, King Nazaru. Moving on now to Robert Larson, also going by Predator X12. Alright. If you were a Sith, what would your name be? Whatever my master gave me. I'm just kidding. What would my Sith name be? I don't know, Darth Xana? Is that too much? I don't know, is that okay? Can I use Darth Xana? Or how about Darth Ball? Or Darth Bale, excuse me, or yeah, let's go with Darth Xana. Let's go with that, or Darth Cypher. Let's go with Darth... Yeah, there you go, Darth Cypher. There you go. Anyway. Second question. What cartoon characters could you see becoming Sith Lords? You said Daria, since she's an individualist. Alright. Daria would probably be like, oh, I'm a Sith. Boo. Sorry, I had to get some water. But I guess people we could say people who could turn to the dark side. I've always said that Dipper Pines would make probably a good Sith Lord or a Sith in general, because the dude has all the requirements of joining the Sith. Very curious, has angry outbursts, and, he's too smart for his own good. He has all the makings of a Sith Lord. Or a young Sith warrior. So, him, Korra could also be tempted into the dark side. I mean, she lets her anger get the worst of her. So, yeah, an Avatar who's part of the dark side. Just think about that for a second. Zuko could have also been tempted by the dark side. Like I said, Cyclonus, she just screams Sith Lord from Stormhawks. Alright. So think of that question. Second question is... Oh, wait, that was your second question. Alright. Final question. In the final Darth Bane book, who did you root for to become Darth Zayna's apprentice? The Huntress, Set Hearth, or Sarah? I was kind of okay with any of them, really, because they all had their these really complex stories. You could see them becoming apprentices in their own right to Darth Zayna. So I wasn't really rooting for any. I was kind of like, I could see any of them go. I could see any of them have that. So, think of those questions. Robert Larson, moving on now to Xavier Ford, who asked, Darth Vader versus Count Dooku. Also, you said that did I know that Darth Bane showed up in the Star Wars Clone Wars TV series? Yeah, I did. But yeah, going back to your first question, I would say Vader again, because really, the dude killed him the first time around as Anakin. I'm pretty sure, even with the medal behind him, he'd still win. Alright. Alright, do you think Darth Maul's skill went up in Clone Wars since Darth Maul... okay, yeah, he got a little stronger. He got a little stronger, but still, you know, he wasn't Sidious strong, if you know what I mean. But yeah, he got stronger as he went on. Alright. Thank you for those questions, Xavier Ford. Moving on now to Chris Haddock, and he asks, which 4 Disney villains would you picture as Sith members? Okay, Maleficent, Captain Hook, Ursula, and Jafar. There you go. The Sith invade Earth. Your reaction. We're all screwed. Oh wait, they're all killing each other because they all want to be master? Okay, we'll just kill the winners. There you go. Alright, which Sith would you invite to as a guest to a Halloween party? Vader. Just to force choke everybody I don't like. Yeah. So thank you for those questions, Chris Haddock. Moving on now to Carlotta Studios, who asks, who is your favorite Sith Lord? I got several, really. Vader, Sidious, Plagueis, Neathus, Malak, Revan. Literally, I have no least favorite Sith Lords. I really don't. Oh man, I really would fall to the dark side. Alright, second question. If Master Cyclonus had to ally herself with a Sith Lord, which one do you think it would be? I think if she had to, she united with any Sith Lord, it would have to be Kreia from Star Wars The Old Republic. Because really, Kreia was a lot like Cyclonus, where she was this master manipulator and could get anyone, and she was pretty much 12 steps ahead of everybody else, so really, I think her and Cyclonus would get along just fine. Who is worse between Lord Vittite and Lord Sidious? Vittite could mind control an entire army to serve him with the sway of the Force. Sidious, however, the dude plunged a whole galaxy into a civil war and ruled an empire for so many years. So, I have to say Sidious because, he succeeded in the whole Revenge of the Sith thing. Kinda. Anyway. Thank you for those questions, Carlotta Studios. Moving on now to Wolfman the Impaler, who asks, Darth Vader and Palpatine come to Beach City and run into Onion. What happens? Kind of like that scene in Adventure Time when Marceline's dad ran into Gunther. Probably be like that. At least I would imagine. Alright, second question. You managed to get every single Sith Lord to owe you a favor. Out of the following, what would you do with them? Lead them on a conquest of Earth, play the most hilarious game of Cards Against Humanity, or bring them all to or have them bring you